Today's video from ShopStuff, we're taking a quick look at the CountLab Model 4 cash register. So CountLab Model 4 is the first in the 4, 5 and 6 range and is supplied without a cash drawer, so it's ideal if you're short on counter space or perhaps taking online or card payments only, so have no requirement for a cash drawer. If you need a cash drawer, Model 5 has the compact drawer and Model 6 has the standard drawer. So in this video I'll basically just use the machine, show you some of the features and functions and try to cover enough so that you can make a decision on whether the machine's suitable for your business or not. So the machine is mains powered. You get supplied with a just over 1 metre long power cable. You can extend that. We offer the machine with a 2 metre power extension cable on the shopstuff.co.uk website. The machine's also supplied with secure key lock and manager keys, so there'll be one key for the cashier that'll only turn to the off, reg or X modes, and then you'll also have a manager key for turning to the Z reports, and then another one for programming. If you're in the reg mode and you've got 0.00 on the display, you're able to process sales transactions. So to run a sale through the machine, all you do is type in the amount of money and then assign that to one of your 16 department buttons here. Repeat that procedure for each line of the transaction. And then when you've entered all the items, subtotal, and then you can cash the sale off. Obviously on the Model 4 there's no cash drawer, so presumably you're taking mainly card payments, so you use the card button over here. You get a receipt automatically print out. If you don't want the receipt to issue with every sale, then you've got a receipt on off button, which will stop the receipt automatically printing out, and if a customer requires one for a specific sale, then there's a receipt issue button which will work for the last transaction. If we tear that receipt off, we can take a look at the receipt. So the difference between the CountLab Model 4 and the Model 1 is that the Model 4 you can edit the descriptions. So here we've got a receipt header message pre-programmed and a footer message pre-programmed, and then all your departments can be pre-programmed with a description and a price. You don't have to program them with a preset price, but you can do so. On this demo tool I've got set up, I've got some open departments where you type in a price and assign it to the department, but then I've also got a preset descriptions button, prescriptions button, and then carling pint and half pint. When you've got the buttons preset and you sell multiples of, you can repeatedly hit the button, or you can use the multiply button, so 10 multiply, and then your carling half button, and use the till that way. You can also do fractional entries, so you could in theory do 1.5 multiplied side a pint, and till will do the calculation for you. Again, when you get to the end of the sale, subtotal and then card. Here you've got the subtotal of the sale showing in numerics. That's also shown to the customer, so there's a small numeric customer rear display on the machine. Finalise that transaction and tear off the receipt. Some of the other functions you've got a void button here, so if you make a mistake during a transaction, so £10 into grocery, £10 into dairy, and then the grocery was a mistake, you can simply void, re-enter the £10 into that department, and it will void that line of the transaction. You've got a discount function as well, so if we've subtotaled a sale, we can go 50 percentage to take 50% off the discount button, so you can enter a variable discount every time, and then we'll card off that sales transaction. So that covers most of the basic sales features of the machine. You've also then obviously got your reporting mode, so you've got a X mode for flash reporting, so that gives you the information but doesn't reset the data. And then in the Z mode you've got your end of day report, which will, if I press the cash button, it'll issue the end of day report, but it'll also reset the data back to 0, ready for the next day's trading. The report you get on the CountLab is nice and simple. Z at the top, so you know it's been reset, day's report, and then it splits sales down by department, so you've got your grocery, dairy, fresh, prescription and so on, and it shows you the amount of money rung through each department, gives you a subtotal, any discounts, refunds, voids are recorded on there, and then you have your card total. Obviously on the CountLab Model 5 and 6 you'd also have a cash in draw total, but on the 4 you're presumably predominantly going to be taking card payments. So yeah, just to prove the point then, when you run another Z report, there's no training totals or consecutive totals or grand totals building up on the machine. It's everything's back to zero at the end of the day, so it's ideal if you just want simple, concise reporting. In terms of the programming of the machine, you can program the prices of the departments through the till. So if I turn the key round to program mode and I want to type pre-program this button to be $9.99, that's it, that's done. Key back to reg, so that's nice and easy. If you want to program the descriptions or any of the receipt header or the department descriptions, you have to do that via the software. So the software is supplied, if you order the machine through the ShopStuff website, the machine is supplied with the software free of charge and the necessary serial cable with a USB adapter. So the till has a serial port at the back, and then we supply an adapter cable so you can use it with a USB port on your PC. The other way of getting it programmed is to get us to program it for you. So this is an example of the machine on our Platinum service. So we've pre-programmed the receipt header, the receipt footer, and then all the departments have been programmed with a description and a price. And we've also then, you'll notice, or you should be able to see, that the buttons are itemized. So the standard print of the machine will say Department 1, Department 2, Department 3, whereas we've put on here grocery, dairy, fresh, confectionery, etc, etc. So if you want the keycaps doing, then you need to order on the Platinum service. If you're not fussed about the keycaps, then just order on the Gold service and we'll do the rest of the programming for you. So I've already mentioned about the mains extender cable. The other thing you can order in addition to till rolls with the Model 4 is, if you're using it in a hospitality environment, would recommend ordering it with one of our antimicrobial covers, just to reduce the chance of damage to the machine being caused by liquid getting under the buttons. So that's an option for you. As I said, if you need a cash drawer, then check out models 5 and 6 with the compact and standard drawer. There's probably video links appearing to those models now, the demonstration videos for those, so feel free to check those out. I'll also put up a playlist of all the CountLab tills, and you can also subscribe to this channel for more. Thanks for watching.